Hi everyone, I'm using the Crow Tarot for our reading. I'll choose 3 cards, take some from the base of the pack. I'll choose one from the Mystical Healing as well, one from Archangel Michael, and one from the Goddesses and Angels as well, for some extra guidance as we're on this partial lunar eclipse in Taurus this evening. So this is when the Earth and the Moon come in conjunction, and the Earth moves in between, causing a shadow on the Moon, the face of the Moon. So metaphysically, we've been asked to delve deep into our own shadow. The Sun is in Scorpio, and so is Mercury and Mars. So there's some really big energy there in Scorpio, as well as in Taurus there is Jupiter, Uranus. So there's these big energies, very potent energies. Scorpio is asking us to really delve deep into the underbelly, bringing up the murkiness, bringing up the gravel and the stones, and not to shove them to one side, so that we then start to project our unhealed subconscious perceptions into our reality. So Scorpio is asking us to delve deep into this murkiness, bringing up these stones. And as I'm speaking about these stones, I'm seeing that when they are chipped away and the concrete, the denseness has been chipped away, there's gems within those stones, just like coal, the diamond within the coal. So as we are lifting and shifting the stuff in from our subconscious, so that we can move into Taurus. Taurus is the sign of pleasure, of food, of comfort, of everything that's pleasant in our lives. So to be able to anchor more of the Taurus energy into our earthly realm, earthly environment, because Taurus is earth, Scorpio is water, Scorpio is our deep emotions, and from those deep emotions, as we start to peel and see through the veils of our emotions, we start to see with spirit, we start to see with the clear vision of spirit. So there's a wonderful opportunity this evening in this lunar eclipse to allow the shadow, to allow our subconscious. The moon is our subconscious, the sun is our consciousness. So in allowing anything from our subconscious, old patterns that we keep finding ourselves in, old emotions that keep coming to the surface, allowing them to come to the surface, allow them to really be seen during this eclipse. As the shadow moves away from the moon, it takes our shadow with it. So the more that we can let go this evening, the more that we can bring up, feel it and let it go, not projecting it into any area of our life, just feeling the feeling, allowing it to come to the surface and allowing it to just move away with the shadow, with the eclipse. Jupiter is also conjunct Taurus during this eclipse. And in ancient times, when Jupiter was in conjunction with Taurus during an eclipse, it was a time of something going, because there's a gift waiting to come in. So whatever we let go of, and it's not anything that is of value to us, that is life-giving. It's something that's draining us, whether it is some upset or conflict with ourselves, or lack of self-worth, or whatever it is in our subconscious. Allow it to come to the surface, so the light that's coming in can cleanse that, and the light and the conscious light that's coming in can actually transform, so that we take in more light. So this evening is very, very important for our healing, because there is so much going on in the outside world, so much conflict. But when we start first with ourselves, finding some peace within ourselves, knowing that if we are in any way in a polarized perception, we are adding to conflict. When we can dissolve and heal that polarized perception, that separatedness, that they're wrong, I'm right, they're good, we are bad, whatever it is, to really allow that to dissolve now, because we're all light and shade. That's why we're here, to dissolve and heal our shadow. And as we delve into the shadow today, this evening, and for the next 4 days, and in fact for the next 6 months, it's about really being aware of where our shadow goes out into our reality, and our traumas from past create a behaviour within us that we become the perpetrator or the victim. So this is really going deep. We have Aries also being activated, Chiron in Aries in the North Node, really assisting us during this powerful time of healing. Jupiter in Taurus, conjunct with Taurus during this eclipse, reminding us to look within for our answers, to not to project on the outside world or look outside of us for answers, to listen to what's going on within our own being and listen. So this evening is one of allowing the shadow to surface, not suppressing, really being truthful with ourselves of how we truly feel, and owning it. And what do we look like when we're owning every essence of ourselves? In our times of doing the mundane, how are we? Are we complaining about life, or are we in that place of enrichment, even in the mundane? So every aspect of us is being shone upon. The shadow is being illuminated, and as we acknowledge the shadow, it is illuminated. Because once we acknowledge our own shadow, we stop going into conflict with every shadow in our reality. We start to see the pureness of every soul. And as we do that, there is immense healing, not only in our bodies and in our lives, but in the world. It has to begin with us. If we are getting angry with things that are happening in our life, we are adding to the polarization. When we're seeing the enrichment of our life, and seeing that every challenge has been created from a belief within us, and taking ownership of that. Not blaming anybody on the outside world, not blaming ourselves, just learning from it and growing from it. So a powerful evening this evening, asking us to really become aligned to our higher consciousness, and actually creating new forms that of ourselves, not new forms that they've been there, but they've been suppressed. So enabling new forms, the authenticity of who we are. These beautiful flowers are here from a gorgeous friend, a beautiful client yesterday. So I'm bringing these in as a token of love, because that's how they were given. Looking around at everything around us, all the gifts that we receive, the beauty that Mother Earth really showers us with. And we then start to see there is so much beauty and so many blessings in our life. So I'm asking for a message for the highest and greatest good for the collective, or anyone who views this video this evening on this lunar eclipse. And these readings are timeless, so whenever you find this video and you listen to it, there will be a message within it for you, because that's how frequency works, vibration works. So setting intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good. There we go. And we have the Six of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. And the base of the pack we have the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and sorry, the Six of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Emperor. Okay, so we have a story here reminding us that when we are our authentic self, that is perfection. And from that authenticity, we create a reality around us that is in perfect alignment, that will make us happy, will bring us peace. And that already is coming through. The Six of Wands is we find our Holy Grail, and the deeper we dig through the murky waters of Scorpio, the deeper we go into those emotions, those traumas from past, we bring them to the surface. And bring them into the light of awareness, of the light of consciousness, and they're dissolved. And we take the wisdom that creates divine knowledge, wisdom. So we're going through this time now of being able to go within, listening to every aspect of ourselves, being truthful with ourselves, being honest, listening to those thoughts. This is Mercury in Scorpio, our communication, how we're communicating with ourselves and others. And Mars is how we put that how we deliver the communication, how we put things into action. So we could speak from a place of really a place from hurt, of anger, and projecting that our pain upon another. Or we can speak from a place of peace, of love, of healing. What doesn't harm harms. And when we keep that in our mind of what are we projecting onto another, regardless of what's coming towards us, what are we projecting out? Because as we keep projecting out, it will keep coming back, and it has to stop. It has to stop somewhere. So when we make that conscious decision of, I'm not going to project, I am not going to allow this anger to flow through me onto you or onto a situation, certainly not onto a situation that I haven't got any control over. Really taking ownership, and this is bringing our shadow up and dissolving it in light, because we're not merging with it, we're not acting from it, we are not communicating from our shadow, we're actually dissolving it, allowing it to integrate into light. So this is a beautiful time. We have so many beings of light around us, our angels around us, especially at this time as we're moving through this portal that we're all travelling through this evening. We're all going through this portal together into Samhain, to really hold on to this, hold on to our own chalice within. And when we hold on with love and sacredness, it starts to flow over. And we have enough energy, enough love to share. So this is a card of victory. Then we have the King of Swords and also the Queen of Swords. The divine masculine, the divine feminine. Keeping our thoughts connected to the higher consciousness. Really holding on to our visions, our imagination. That is, first it's in spirit, our imagination, and then we start to bring it through and create it in our reality. So we've got the King and Queen. This is air, our thoughts, keeping them in balance, making sure if we start to tip and go into our shadow, that we bring ourselves back into alignment. And with these two, I'm getting justice. That whatever we give comes back. These two, the King and Queen, have travelled all the way through the suit of the swords, which is a very challenging suit. It brings in lots of challenges. It's the mind chatter that can really cause us to go into a place of solitude, of self-sabotage. So we've got the energy coming through, helping us to stay in this alignment of taking in those thoughts. The Queen is the activation of the third eye. She sees through illusion, and so does the king. He follows his divine guidance and lets go of all the lower thoughts. Doesn't allow them to come in and contaminate his connection to his higher self. So this is the king and queen here, both sat on their thrones with the crowns on their head, reminding us to keep our crown open this evening, to really listen to what's going on in there, to do the cultivation, because the angels are coming through and they're saying there are rewards. Rewards are coming, that we are on the right path. So if we are doubting ourselves, let that doubt go. Even in relationships, there's a positive energy coming through to do with our relationships. So we may be going through some challenges, and this eclipse is bringing them to the surface, whether it is husbands, wives, partners, life partners, friends, associates, work colleagues, wherever there is a disharmony within a relationship. This is where we're being called to bring this light of consciousness in to that separation, that polarization. So this is a powerful time of really bringing our left brain, our right brain into alignment, doing our self-healing, putting our mental and emotion symbol within the right brain, the left brain, and asking them to come into balance, and then place the power symbol there, just holding ourselves in that balance in meditation, so that we can receive the light that will come in and help us to cleanse and clear what is blocking us. Cleanse and clear the false illusions. Then we have the Ace of Cups, and this is the chalice. When we bring these two into alignment and we allow the divine masculine, the divine feminine to merge, and we see that whatever we do to one will come back, and we're doing it to ourselves in whichever way it comes back to us. There's a karmic cycle here with Scorpio and Pluto that's activating the South Node. So the South Node's in Libra. This is the relationships, and this eclipse is helping us with relationships, because that's where the polarization is. When we see where there is some angst going on in our lives, to really bring it in and breathe there, breathe light there. Then our cup begins to overflow, our chalice, this cauldron within us that's filled with divine intelligence, that's a fountain of divine information, starts to a divine love, divine healing. We are releasing a block today through this lunar eclipse, and this is going to take the block away, so that we start to see things with clarity. This is the beginning of something new. This is the gift that's coming in from Jupiter in conjunction with Taurus, as we let go of when we let go of the irritations, when we let go of the need and the grasping. Let it all go, because then we open up and the floodgates of abundance flow to us. We're going through some powerful healing this evening of past lifetimes, of our ancestral lineage, all standing with us as we are opening up to the higher consciousness. And then we have the Six of Cups, coming home to ourselves. This is a card of the past, and the sunflowers have significance. So for me, it's my father. So maybe some grief coming to the surface in whichever way, shape or form it may project itself here. It could be somebody from the past coming back into our lives, or revisiting a relationship that we're no longer in alignment with. We may be still holding on to some uncomfortableness there. Allow that to go, because that will cause a distortion within our body. It will stop us coming home to ourselves. This is where we come in. We're coming home to our, coming back into our heart space, back into our soul essence. So things from past today, or over the previous days and the next 2 days, but the next 6 months, things come in. It's a process of things arising, revisiting some cellular memory, some memory from the past, and being able to make peace with it and putting it down and making that decision. I'm not taking this into my future. I'm not carrying it any longer, this heaviness. And to allow it to just fall away. It's nothing hard. It's simple. It's so the moment we have that intention of, I understand maybe why that happened then, and in this moment my wisdom, I've gained the wisdom from it, and maybe things would be different. And going back into that past self and letting go of whatever it is that we are holding on to, whether it's this lifetime or past lives, because this is huge this evening. There's lots of past life energy. We are all here at this time. We've all shown up to do the work, to cleanse and clear, so that our soul can ascend. So this is a powerful time of revisiting things from past coming to the surface, and we're looking at it from a different perception, making a decision of letting go now, letting it go, drawing a line under it, moving forward, creating a blank slate so that we can move forward with a blank slate and we're not carrying baggage from the past. So whatever may rise this evening, whatever old emotions come to the surface, and we start projecting it all around us as this shadow builds across the moon, go within and know that as the shadow moves away, it's taking our shadow. We are allowing it, we are giving permission for it to be cleansed and illuminated. And this is, as we visit the past, anything that's still blocking, still uncomfortable, as we allow it to dissolve, we get a step further home. Then we have the Four of Cups. Things may be coming up that we are not happy with. We have a clear view of our vision. We have a glass roof there to our higher self. But sometimes the clouds come over and we become disconnected. And then we look around at the world that's in chaos, that a lot of the time we don't know what to believe, and so we can, clouds come over and we become disconnected, and we start to look around. We see that things in our lives are not materializing just yet. There's still things in our lives, that challenges that we are working through. And I feel that this is a time where we start doing some more learning, some more life lessons, to look at the cup that's coming from the hand of God. When we're feeling this, there's a cup there, the Ace of Cups coming through. So during this lunar eclipse, it's one of emotions, and the cup cards are emotions. So if there are clouds that we feel disconnected, that we look around life and we're feeling some unhappiness, some challenges, to remember the hand of God there, that beautiful gift, which is Jupiter in Taurus. As we let go of these feelings, these emotions, we open up space for light. We take in more light. And then we have the Eight of Cups. Moving away, letting go of things that no longer stress us. Being able to fly with faith. Being able to feel the freedom of letting go of everything, of letting go of all control, of letting go of trying to force things, of allowing our soul to take flight. And there we have the moon, and looking over the landscape there, turning our back on what we were gripping hold of, we were grasping at, thinking if this happens we will be happy, if things change, if that person started being nice with me, I'll be happy, if I moved and lived somewhere else, I will be happy. We start to realise that wherever we go, wherever we move, we take our unhappiness with us. So when we are doing this work this evening and allowing the shadow to come and be released through this lunar eclipse in Scorpio, with these powerful planets communicating with us, we have Uranus in Taurus, that's helping us to break through and release, creating change in our lives. Looking at what's not working anymore. We may say that this is who I am, but that's a deep pattern within us that will keep going on in the same cycle, coming to the same ending. We are shape-shifting with the energies that are moving through us, the light, the Pleiadians that are so close to us. they're bringing in these beautiful activations of each of our chakras. Things will come, we will see it, and we have a choice. Do we carry this? Do we keep grasping hold of it? Do we keep grasping hold of everything around us, knowing that I need this, because if I let go of it, I'll have nothing. When we let go, we have everything. The Eight of Cups is taking us on a journey into our own sovereignty. Nothing's going to stop it. We're all shifting, and we are shape-shifting. Our emotions, we are integrating with our emotional bodies and doing profound healing there. We are integrating our mental, our physical. And as we start to move and shift old emotions from our ancestors, from our past lives, we start shape-shifting. We start to look differently. We dress differently. We eat differently. Everything changes. Because we're not eating emotions. We're not drinking away our problems. We are not trying to escape. We just own who we are. And once we own who we are, those addictions, the stuffing down of emotions, all stops. Because we find joy. We find joy in freedom. We find joy in peace. We realise that this material world is fleeting. Things come and go. We might buy something that makes us feel better. This is Taurus. We might buy something that makes us feel better for an instant, and then the old emotions start to seep through. So we stop and we look at the emotion and we honour and accept that emotion, and something beautiful happens. We don't need stuff anymore because we've got nothing to stuff down or nothing to escape from. We still bring in things that are in alignment with us, but we're not doing it from a place of misalignment, of trying to stuff an emotion down or trying to make ourselves feel better. Once all that shifts, things come in beautifully in alignment. So we're moving, we're shifting, we're going through a transformation, and the cards have been saying this for years. We're in it now. We are in this wave of consciousness that's sweeping us all along. And like the Zen saying says, come or be dragged. When we just let go, we flow with ease. We know that whatever challenges may be there, we don't put worry there, we just see what happens. And things happen miraculously, magically. So we're moving, we're shifting. And then we have the Emperor, which is Aries, the North Node. So the Aries in the North Node with Chiron, it was helping us and assisting us in healing our I am wound that we have been projecting for lifetimes, creating so many karmic lessons coming back lifetime after lifetime, fighting with that soul, going into conflict with a situation. The Empress asks us, what world are we creating from this moment that we're in? Are we feeling peaceful? Or have we got something going on that we're worrying about? Go in. Look at where that worry is coming from. Is it a lack of self-belief? Because we will create whatever we believe. So if we believe in illness, we will create illness. If we believe in scarcity, that's what we will create. If that's what we're seeing all around us, that's our belief. So the Emperor, Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, is asking us, what is it that we wish to create? What are we creating? What are we believing in? Where are we putting all our energy to? And if we have got anything going on that we're worrying about, maybe we've got a situation in our lives that we're worrying about, that we may be anxious about, bringing some nervousness, look past it to a positive outcome and keep focusing it on the positive outcome. And every time the negative energy or the disharmony arises, look past it into a positive outcome, constantly, and that breaks away the illusion, cracks open a brand new world. So today, and you can see the Empress, the Emperor, and the Empress. Venus rules Taurus. Just come in, this beautiful Queen of Queens, the King of Kings, coming together, and Isis, the Eye of the Bull, the Eye of Taurus, helping us to heal our past life, pain and traumas of past life, bringing back every essence of our soul, healed with love, assisting us. And this is looking through and activating our third eye, looking through the veil, cracking open those stones that we are lifting from the depths of our being, those stones that have held us in a dense energy, in a low energy, lifting them, cracking them open, dissolving them, and seeing the rubies. This is Scorpio, is the under the ground, beneath the underworld, where all Mother Earth's rubies, gold, silver, sapphires, all her gems are divine abundance in the below the ground, the seeds that we plant below the ground. Taurus is everything above the ground, watching it all materialize around us in a beautiful and aligned way that brings in joy. So the Emperor sat there on his throne, looking around and asking us, we are the creators. We have the divine masculine, the divine feminine. Mars ruling Scorpio, Venus ruling Taurus. The divine masculine, the divine feminine. starts with our mindset. Using our thoughts to create a wonderful world. First, in that imagining that we imagine, keep hold of that no matter how many clouds come and we feel disconnected, because this is the shadow, and this is where this shadow comes up and says, Yvonne, or whoever, this is an unhealed part of you that you're projecting there. And we get lost, like our life is a globe of golden light, and there are a few bits of grit in, but once we look into that grit, we don't see the beauty of the golden light. We see the grit. We feel the uncomfortableness of it until we get to the core of it and find the gem. We find the wisdom, and we remind ourselves, this is not them. This is not outside of me. This is within me. So I'm asking now for a message from the Sacred Healing. Put a message for this evening, for this lunar eclipse. Please bring through some guidance. There we have. Develop stronger concentration. The King and Queen of Swords, asking us this evening, as the clouds come, or over the next, however long this process is going to take, as the clouds come, hold that concentration. The third eye there. And you can see, oh, I love this card. There are so many portals in this card, and we're travelling through one this evening. Moving through this portal, hold on to that imagination. No matter what is happening around us, hold on to a vision of peace on earth, peace in our lives, peace within us, health within us, everybody abundant, everyone joyful. This is fire, the fire of Mars, of Aries, the passion. So no matter what may present itself from our shadow, beneath, learn from karma. However we are feeling within us, whatever distortion we have got within us, and we are projecting it out onto someone else or into a situation that's outside of us, that's a karma cycle. Tonight is all about learning from our karma. We have the sun holding the moon, caressing our subconscious, being caressed by our consciousness. Archangel Michael, asking for a message from Archangel Michael. Get your power back. You've forgotten who you are. You're a child of the divine, so take back your power. Every time we go into conflict, we give our power away. Every time we have a worry, we give our power away. Every time we stress, we give our power away. We become weaker and weaker. Archangel Michael is with us this evening, reminding us to take back our power, feel, call back every essence of our soul that we have, that's trapped in some relationship in the past, that's trapped in fears of the future, wherever it may be. Call every essence of our soul back as Archangel Michael is here with us, giving us the strength to do that. And feel every essence of our soul coming back from every situation where we have given our power away through fear, through lack of love, through lack of self-belief, through conflict, however it may be. We are coming back and calling through all directions of space and time, calling every essence of our soul back this evening so that we can become illuminated and be that clear channel from the divine, from our higher self, moving up and up, connecting with our higher self. Archangel Michael, bringing us back our light. The base, Archangel Michael is with you now. Cutting those cards our shadows may arise. May not happen this evening, may start, but it's a process that is coming now. The shell within that's housing, that's kept our source energy imprisoned is breaking open, and that light is coming through us, and with it divine source energy, divine intelligence, divine wisdom. And I'm asking now for a card from Anastax for some guidance this evening. And with Pluto just moving direct now in Capricorn is disconstructing old powers, old abuse of power, so that the old paradigms are falling away as we step into our own light. Archangel Michael there guiding us. Ascension flame, again another portal. We're shifting through this ascension flame, this powerful lunar eclipse. Started with the solar eclipse in Libra, and whatever intentions we made on that solar eclipse, we are bringing in to fruition, and we're moving through this portal of ascension. Feel yourself stepping through that portal into light, having that vision of you being so happy, at peace. All our financial requirements are fulfilled. We're just at peace with every area of our life. Feel that expansion within, the joy within, of doing what you love, of being who you truly are. Feel the freedom of that as we step through this ascension flame, this ascension portal. You can see the ancestors there coming through with us. And again, the card that came out with this one is Archangel Michael. There you go, Archangel Michael. Divine protection. Again, another portal. This is such a divine, sacred time. We have Archangel Michael and his legions of angels guiding us through these portals. Cutting cards now as we make the choice of becoming whole. Cutting the cards that held us back in conflict or pain, and cauterizing each end of each severed cord with the golden light of unconditional love. This is 3 times Archangel Michael's come out this evening. Feel is protection all around us, knowing that we are safe. It's safe for us to be our true authentic self. It does take courage because we fit into a world where we have never stood out. But to be our authentic self, we are going to stand out. We're not going to be that same person. And to take strength in that, to take courage in that, because everything else has weakened us. So Archangel Michael, feel the strength. Feel the strength that we have within us. It's not outside of us, it's within us. Tap into that strength. That's where Archangel Michael is. As we're now moving forward through this portal on this eclipse. Such a powerful, powerful time. And create a sacred space this evening. Place things all around you of love. Light a candle, light some incense. Go deep and deep and deep into that mystical part of ourselves and find those treasures. So I'm sending so much love, and I'll take one from the gods, goddesses and angels as they are asking to come through for a message for us on this powerful portal. There we go. Goddess of knowledge. Start applying what we already know without any fear. It's already within us. It's not outside of us. We hold the universe within us. Everything's within. So the goddess of knowledge, sacred knowledge, is assisting us. And again, I feel Isis coming through this evening, the divine feminine, helping us through our past lives and the healing of our past life. The divine feminine. Beautiful time. Immense wisdom coming through as we go within. So I'm sending so much love and healing to anyone who is in need of any healing. Sending light and prayers as always into the world around us, into any suffering, but holding the pureness of light. The light holds the divine intelligence that will go and assist whoever is in need. So sending love and prayers into the world, into anyone who is in need of some healing. And thank you so much for listening. God bless. Thank you.